They tried to play us, but we made the game. Offend these haters, turn their shade to shame.
Believe you me.
Stick with the name that pays. Big Daddy everything.
And they thought I was dumb to rap, but how dumb is that when I'm the running back? Gut punch you in front of you at eye level, see if you gon' stomach that. It's food for thought, but we don't feed them hoes, we don't need them hoes. Eloquent, Big Daddy elephant, just in their element. Intelligence, telling man something they could tell a friend. And
Our Mentum Elephantes, what's up? Herd of Elephants, we're back, man. And obviously, we from the title, you can see that we have something very important to talk about. So we'll go ahead and get into it. Jeff, how you feeling, man? You looking good, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. You looking good yourself, man. It's what's up with that, man? You're a handsome dude, man.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying that you're a very handsome man and you look great. Yeah, brother, I appreciate it, man. So it's good to be here, people. It's good to see y'all. It's good to be seen by y'all. Welcome.
You're the two hand salute.
It's double. That's for the left and the right.
I like
Double
that,
hand
man.
salute.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
So here we are tackling another very, very serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because people died. And the reason people died is because one person decided, I want a lot of people to die. And there probably was more reason behind it in that person's mind. It doesn't just happen one time, though, Jeff. You know, we had the kids at Robb Elementary that got killed in a mass shooting. And then we had I believe in California, there was some people killed, some Asian Americans killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then prior to that, we had some older black individuals, so-called black individuals that were killed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. At the grocery store, I think.
Yes, sir. All right. Man, we got some comments. Let me check these comments out. I finally saw the intro. Fire.
Let's go. Bad.
I think you used too much ranch, though. So that was pouring that ranch.
Dumping that ranch on it.
That tastes good, man. You know what I'm saying? Jeff didn't want to eat no salad. He didn't want no parts. Remember?
I ain't want no parts of that salad, brother. I still don't have to. I still don't stop hearing the fact that I ate some salad
that day
and not other days prior. So
yeah, man. We appreciate you, Craig. All right. So let me first. We can both do this. That's the best part, Jeff.
Oh, the hearing about it? Yeah. It's fun. I'm not a salad guy, man. I don't do salad.
But brother, I thought we were pretty clear. Like this was pretty much like acting, just acting.
We're totally acting, yeah. I thought it was. Because anytime there's a camera on you, aren't you acting?
Well, you can be, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not acting right now, so. But.
All right. So, most tragically, when children die, brother, it grips everybody. Because listen, Jeff, when the Asian Americans were killed, I didn't even hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard Steve Kerr bring it up. And that's the only reason I knew anything about it. The coach. But when somebody goes and kills black people, you'll hear about it. You understand that you'll hear about that, Jeff, right?
Yeah.
You know where we're at.
Yeah.
Not that there's more concern or care. But you know where we're at. We're gonna hear about.
Right. And today's attention, yeah, the media's attention is on that kind of stuff. Yeah, for
Gotcha.
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But when children die, brother, it grips. It does. It grips everybody.
Absolutely, brother.
That gets everybody.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that transcends whatever's going on in the modern time.
Right.
You know, since the inception of America, brother, that story would grip everyone's heart.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter. Civil rights doesn't matter what's going on. Children, brother, that's devastating in a sacred way. That's crossing sacred ground.
Yeah, elementary age kids.
Yeah, brother. They're supposed to be left out of it, man.
Yeah. So we had Columbine, but Columbine wasn't it high school, middle school, kind of high school?
High school,
age?
yeah. High school kids shooting up their peers.
Okay.
You know.
Then we had Sandy Hook. Remember that?
I do. Well, that was pretty devastating, man.
That was one of the first times we had something like that. Like, whoa, that bad?
Yeah.
It was bad. And now we have this situation in Uvalde. There's a lot of people that want change. They want something to happen. And there's a lot of people who, I don't know, Jeff, if they're really thinking about what they're asking for change.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you say, do you know some of the things that's being proposed?
I do. Yeah, I've looked a little into this, brother. And yeah, some of the main stuff is on, some people think that guns need to be taken away altogether so that these kind of things can't happen.
But wait a bit. You mean like don't sell guns anymore?
Like we shouldn't have access to guns. People shouldn't be able to go buy a rifle or a pistol and go shoot people with it.
Okay, so like no more. Just stop where we're at.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, we're kind of like the last country in the Western world or in modern world that has guns the way we have it. There's no gun stores in Spain or Italy or France. There's in Canada, but it's very difficult to get them. You can't just turn 18 and go buy them as long as you've never been in trouble.
Canada doesn't have guns, Jeff. Right?
I have a little bit. A little bit.
They don't have any guns, brother.
Not when you compare them to America, but
okay.
Yeah. So most of the modern world, brother, that's like first world, what we call first world, that's up for debate now, first and second and third world. We're the last ones. We're the last cowboys, brother, that have guns the way we have it. So if people want to get rid of it, they want to stop that.
So did other places have guns the way we had it and then stop having guns the way we have it?
Yeah.
Or did they never have guns the way we have it?
No, they did. They did. Australia is a good example. They had guns similar to the way we have it. Then I think it was like maybe in the 70s, a guy went on a shooting spree and they shut it down. Australia decided to forcefully buy back everyone's weapons.
I remember hearing about that. Okay.
Got rid of it, and they no longer have guns readily available to its citizens.
Okay, so how many mass shootings has happened since?
I don't think there's been very many, if any at all. Okay. I'm sure there's been a few shootings because obviously underground crime organizations still have guns, so maybe there's been some of that. But from what I've seen, I don't think there's been any where somebody walks into a school and starts shooting people.
Okay, how many were there before they took the buyback program? How many were there?
I think there was the one that started it. Maybe there was another. We could look it up if you'd like.
I'd like to get the DATA on that. How do you say that word?
The ATA?
The DATA. How do you say that?
Oh, the data.
Is it data?
It's data, yeah. Anyone that says data is
you just
questionable.
You just said data, and I actually knew what you were talking about.
That's If that's how you pronounce data as data, I don't know if I trust you. All right.
If I say data,
Yeah, because there's a pair of tennis shoes called Dadas, but you don't call them Dadas, you call them Dadas. So it's data,
data. All right, because it like the word date.
date time.
You don't
Day.
say that, see?
Yeah, it's not da, it's day. It's not dai. It's day. Day. DA
Okay.
is day.
So the data. All right, go ahead.
All right, checking it out right now.
Why are you doing that? Because I am curious to know what made them say, "All right, that's it. We're gonna change up everything." And did they have the right to bear arms? And then they said, "Now you also don't have the right to bear arms." Like, did that become a crime?
Yes, they're no longer bearing arms.
Because I know somebody. I won't say who it is because I'm not gonna say that. But I did know someone who used to sell guns to Canadians.
Okay.
It was very long time ago.
Right.
But it was profitable, Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because usually when you have a gun, it costs a certain thing. There's a market for that gun,
Yeah.
and you don't really make much profit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You either want to keep the gun or you want to get rid of the gun, and that's pretty much it. Now, yes, there are some cases where, yeah, I mean, brother, if you have a gold plate 45 and you bought it for one price, you can definitely sell it for a different price and make a lot of money.
Yeah. Of course.
All right. Anything yet?
Still yeah. So there was 13 shootings total, mass shootings. Okay. Australia defined mass shootings as 5 or more people killed in an incident.
All right, let's do it.
Everyone defines it differently. I think America defines it differently.
Okay.
But that's how they defined it. And there was 13 of those. 5 or more people shot in one incident prior to 1996.
Oh, but you're not saying how far you're going back. This okay, it's like 10 years prior to 1996.
Well, it said averaged 4 every year. So
okay, I can do that. So that means in 1995 there was 4.
Right. Well, now it's showing 1987 to 2019 there were 15 of them. There hasn't been any since 1996 is one report I'm reading.
So 2017 from 87 to 17 to 2000. There was how many?
16.
So 87 to 1996 that has to been had been how many in total? 87 to 96?
13 total. Or no, 16. Sorry, okay. 16.
I was about to say,
nah, because it's different sources, so I'm trying to put it together.
I got you. So from 1987 to 1996, there was 16 mass shootings in Australia.
Yeah, all right. And people can own guns in Australia. There's just very strict on how you can. You have to prove why you need one. It's just like for hunting, like if you live in the outback or something, I guess you'll need one. Stuff like that. And it's very limited in what you can own. So it's not something that people have. People don't have guns in their home.
Okay. Does it kind of share with you how many people have died because they didn't have any guns? They won't have that, right?
Nah, there's no way to count that because you don't know unless you were there. And it's like, man, if he had a gun, he would have lived. It's like, no way to count.
Cool. All right, cool. So we got 16. So they took care of that issue.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else we got?
As far as the reasons or the things that people want to do to fix this?
Yep.
Okay. So the first one is to get rid of guns. The second one is to put more attention on arming the schools.
Okay.
With, cops and maybe some guards, something like that.
All right.
There's another one that I've heard, and this one I think is actually personally I kind of like this one, but get rid of gun-free safe zones. get rid of them. School is a gun-free safe. It's not a gun-free zone. Sorry, gun-free zone. School is a gun-free zone. Therefore, teachers and custodian, all the people that work at the school can't carry a gun because it's illegal to carry a gun in a gun-free zone. And so some people are proposing to get rid of it. There's no reason to have a gun-free zone because obviously someone that wants to commit a crime with a gun doesn't care that it's a gun-free zone.
Okay, so if you say get rid of the gun-free zone, I'm going to have a little pushback there.
Mm-hmm.
That means the students can have guns there.
No, sir. Because if they can't have guns legal by federal law. So if they have them in anywhere, it's illegal, wherever they have them. It doesn't make it different that it's at a school and a gun-free zone. The only difference in that would be that they would do more time.
But if I was 18 years old, then I can have a gun.
Yes.
And I'm a student. This is my last chance.
Depends on the state you live in. Some states you have to be 21. That's a recent.
To have any firearms.
Yeah, that's a recent one. I think in Texas, traditionally, it's always been for a rifle or shotgun, you have to be 18. For a handgun, 21.
Okay.
I think it's still that way. If it's not, they just changed it. So, but yeah, that would depend on where you are.
Got you. All right. So my pushback is that also the coach who found out that his wife, who's a teacher there,
mm-hmm.
has been making out with one of like her students.
Oh yeah.
And he can. It's not gun-free. It's not a gun-free safe zone. So.
Yeah, the argument to that is, well, if that's what he wanted to do, then why would the sign on the wall stop him from doing that? Because a gun-free zone only entails a sign, and then more trouble after the fact.
This is true.
So he could still carry a gun into the school and do whatever he wants.
But he might not because he knows that he can't have a gun at the school. You see, now it's thwarted my plans. Damn it.
No, but you also can't shoot someone. So that's more something that you can't do than not kick a gun to school. It's not like,
but no one's checking to see if I'm going to shoot someone though. No one's checking.
Yeah, but once you shoot someone, it's not like, damn it, I shouldn't have done it with a gun. I should have done this in a non-gun free zone.
Okay.
Because it's like 5 years, I think they add to your sentence or something like that. Turns your sentence into a mandatory 5 at minimum if it's a gun-free zone.
What do you think would happen if somebody, if enough people started to shoot and other people started to shoot, and there were so many people there that couldn't shoot, in particular the kids? So what do you think if there were 45 separate guns discharging at once?
It's a problem.
While the kids were there.
You mean like one bad guy and a bunch of good guys trying to shoot the bad guy?
No.
You just mean a bunch of people with guns shooting?
Yeah.
It's a disaster. That's a tragedy, yeah.
All right, let's reduce it to something a little bit more realistic. Okay, let's reduce it because even if you said you can bring your guns to school, still 45 people wouldn't.
Right.
It'd probably be more like 11 people.
Right.
Okay. Do you think that having a gun while you're an adult makes you more responsible?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like driving a car. You do realize this is a weapon. A vehicle is a weapon, brother.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. And so when you are able, you're in a position to where you can move this weapon, operate this weapon, it does tend to put you in a more responsible place, right? For the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've heard this argument before. I've actually looked on some forums about this. And some of the argument is like, well, the car wasn't designed as a weapon. It can be just like, anything that's, built a certain way can be harmful. Baseball bat's not used it wasn't designed to be a weapon. So it's like, well, you can't use that analogy. And the difference here is like, if it's not used properly, it'll hurt someone. Right? A baseball bat not used properly, might not hurt anyone actually. If you swing the bat upside down, if you grab it by the top instead of the bottom,
Right.
use it wrong, you're just never going to hit the ball because it's the handle you're trying to hit it with. Whereas
But
a car, if used improperly, it will absolutely hurt someone almost every time.
So is a firearm designed to be a weapon?
Yes, sir. Firearm is designed specifically a weapon against human beings.
A firearm.
A firearm is designed specifically to kill or maim human beings, specifically. Weapons that are used to hunt animals are things like the bow and arrow, perhaps, maybe. But the guns that are used to hunt animals were not designed to hunt animals, unless they were specifically designed to hunt animals. It'll be in the name, like the elephant gun, for example,
Gotcha.
was a gun designed to shoot elephants. There, So, but a 30-06 or a 308, you can hunt with it very effectively, but it was absolutely designed to shoot human beings.
If we're just being realistic about it, right? That's
that's we're just talking about it the way it is.
But I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine 223s flying at 6-year-olds, brother. I can't.
Yeah, brother.
I don't understand how that.
Yeah. Brother, it's I don't know, man. I got a lot to say about it, but I understand what you're saying, brother. I can't even express other than tragedy, but that just seems like saying that it's a tragedy just isn't enough, brother. It's pretty terrible, man.
I'm looking to see if I can show people the kind of rounds. It's kind of the closest thing I have.
Mm-hmm.
This thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was to break this right around here, maybe it'll extend a little longer, but
not a 223. That's a lot. What you're holding is much larger than a 223.
Okay.
The tip of that's about the size of the whole thing. But I my bad. I understand, brother.
No, but I really want to talk about it. I really do.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see what this is saying. Your mom said you look like Ice Cube. You look like Ice Cube, Sola. All right. Appreciate it. You say the tip of this thing?
Yeah. You talking about the blue part?
I'm trying to find out what you're saying. What part are you saying? Right here?
Yeah.
This?
Okay, that part's about the size of 223.
Okay, I'm going to cover everything else up. You're saying this?
Yes, sir. Yeah, see this right here? Right here? See that?
Yes.
That's a pin. That's double, if not a little more, the size of a 223.
Yeah, so I think you can't really tell what this is. I don't think you could tell.
Well, it's blue. It's kind of messing me up.
I know. I know. That's why I said maybe you can't see it.
Sorry, brother. I'm having a hard time.
You can't see it because I've held 223 since I had a small hand. It was a long time ago.
Of course, many years.
If you look at me right now, I'm using markers and crayons to try to show y'all.
Unarmed. Totally unarmed.
Hi, fellas. Hope you're well. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
No, sir. Ray Toya said I don't look like Ice Cube.
I agree. I don't think you look like Ice Cube at all.
All right, bet. Hey, Ray Toya. Hogan's. All right. I mean, I look like Sola, I believe, but I'll take Ice Cube if that's going to make me some money. All right, let's do it a different way. Let's show me with your finger, brother. Show me where it would stop. And we're talking about the rounds that will go inside of an assault rifle, and we can talk about the different ones, but because I
Yeah.
don't know exactly what he used.
So this would be about the length of a 223.
Yes, sir.
This would be the cartridge. The bullet would start about right there.
Right.
That's about right where the bullet, about that big is about how the bullet is.
All right.
And this is probably the right width, pretty close to the width in the shell of
Yeah.
the shell and the bullet.
Yeah. So that.
The pictures I saw had looked like he had two AR-15 type rifles.
Yes, sir.
So that's what it would have been, 223 or 5.56.
5.56. And that's what I was thinking. So I can't imagine that what you just pointed at me, but just showed me. When the actual round comes out, because I understand the whole thing is not going. Yeah, y'all do know that the whole thing is not going. It's not a rocket flying.
the whole long bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so much force. That thing is being sent at these, man, Jeff. I imagine that if that kind of round hits any child, brother, almost anywhere,
Brother, no,
they will die, Jeff. Anywhere, almost.
Yeah. That's the tough part, man. Is no, man. Those 5.56 rounds. That's designed for adult human males,
Yeah.
specifically. So it's a cartridge designed actually, for fighting with,
Okay.
and they're devastating to human flesh. Absolutely devastating.
All right. Anything else? Because there's three things so far that we have on the table. Either take all the guns away, or two, add a lot of security there. And then number three was, you said, take away the gun free.
Eliminate gun-free zones. Yeah. Another one that I've seen was to add more to the background checks. A lot of people are saying that we need background checks. That's what a lot of people are saying, but we already have them. So it's like but I think they mean maybe to add more to the background check. Like there needs to be more, like maybe an evaluation, a mental evaluation, something like that. I've heard that quite a bit. And then also some mental health stipulations. If you're deemed as mentally unhealthy, whether by a professional or by your peers in society, then you shouldn't be able to go buy a weapon.
Okay. So let's look at that. Let's we spent a little time on the other three. Let's look at that one. Doing a background check with some sort of eval. And then the person who fails the background check eval just says, "Oh, damn it, our rats."
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go over there and I was gonna kill all those people, and now rats. Now I guess what now, bro?
Guess I'll just go put up with it. All there. I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Have we thought about that, brother? That the guy just says, "Oh, rats."
Yeah.
They're on to me. They are asking me all these personal questions. And then what do you do, brother? Let's say somebody like me. I'll just make this up so that, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm making this up so you don't have to say, "Oh, that's how he thinks." Let's say I said, "Oh, my name is Billy Bobby." So that's who I am, Billy Bobby.
Two first names? Got an eye on you, buddy.
All right. Put your eye on me, but I'd like to go ahead and purchase some guns and some ammunition.
What for?
Excuse me?
Well, yeah, what do you want to use them for?
No, I brought money.
I see.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah, what do you plan on doing with the purchase after you buy them?
Oh, having them. The same way anybody, when they buy something, that's what it's for, so they can have it.
Okay. Why would you want to have it?
Excuse me?
Why do you want to have it?
Oh yeah, I want it to be in my name. I want to take ownership.
Okay, well, there's a form that's 17 pages long.
Okay.
And do you have time? You have to fill it out first, and then what I'll do is submit it. It's about a 25 day process,
Okay.
and they'll let you know if you can.
Well, I'm not applying for the FBI, so I'd like to just give money to you. How do you guys stay in business anyway?
I don't know. We sell a lot of other stuff that we don't have to do any of this paperwork for. So maybe
Okay.
that's
All right. So I'll just go ahead and take some guns. I like that one. And let's see. I got some. Get a rifle. I'll go ahead and take a few boxes of munitions.
okay. Yeah, I'll have them package that up for you. You can make the payment and then finish the form. And yeah, let me know when you're done.
Okay. So
I'll submit it. And then once it's complete, we'll call you and we'll let you know that it's all ready for you and your payment will be done today. So you don't have to do anything to pick it up. So
Got you. No, I got it.
yeah.
Let me go ahead and try it this way. I'm a security officer. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get a little spicy there, sir.
No, I'm a security officer.
All right.
Okay. I'm a security guard. I'm commissioned.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what I was asking you before we went to the form. Okay, continue. Yes, tell me.
All right. So give me the guns.
Commissioned for who? And what?
All right. Where are the forms? Because if I have to tell you and then fill these things out again, I'd rather just fill them out. Would I go to school?
Can you fill those out quietly, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it real quick.
You know what? Stamp this guy as angry. Stamp his paper as angry.
All right, so this part says something about do I ever feel alone? What?
Do you ever feel alone? So part of running the gun store now is I have to have a degree in psychology. So
Dude,
do you feel alone at night is the question.
I just want to buy a gun. Actually, a few guns.
It sounds like you are deterring. And
Okay.
that's typically not a good sign. That's a sign of some mild depression.
All right. I'll fill this thing out. I'll take it home. I'll take it home. But good luck selling anything. And I am going to tell everybody in the community that you don't want to sell guns.
Okay. Thank you. You have a nice day.
And I'll fill this out. So I didn't get a gun, right?
Yeah.
There it is, Jeff. It worked. There it is.
Yep.
Y'all, right?
Yeah. In theory, it works when we're having fun.
What about you, brother? What about your bottom line?
I'll be out of business after 4 of those conversations. That's it. Yeah. I'm done. Out of business completely.
All right. So then the protesters, right? Yeah. Get them out of here.
Yeah. Until people want guns. You know, and it's interesting that when like something like the pandemic happened, shutdowns and riots and all this, gun sales spike every time. Gun sales spike so much that they become unobtainable. You can't go buy guns if you don't hurry up and get in while people are buying them, because people buy guns when they're afraid of stuff, man.
Yeah.
And so gun stores go away, then I don't know.
All right, so the gun store is going away. Is it possible? and I don't know, man. You let me know. But is it possible that um, railroad railroad carts full of guns can be hijacked? Is that possible?
I'm sure it is. I don't know though, but I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if people knew that the shipment was going to be moving, and
Yeah, it's. I would imagine it's possible. Yeah.
what about excuse me, what about pawn shops? They sell guns.
Hmm.
I got to go through the same thing and buy a gun from a pawn shop.
Yeah, because if they sell guns, they're a gun store. They're still a gun store.
All right, so what if I'm not going to buy it? I'm going to come and take them.
Oh, that happens all the time. People steal from gun stores and pawn shops all the time. Depending on where you are, certain states have certain rules as to how it needs to be built.
Will I serve less consequences for stealing these guns than I would for killing people?
Yes.
So my rationale isn't working. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's already not working
Right. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm willing to kill a lot of people, which means the 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 repercussions for that is worse than anything leading up to me getting these guns.
Yes, and that's a good point, brother. I want to make a point to that
Yes, please.
if I can, just real quick. That's one of the things that people tend to not think about when they talk about this.
Okay.
Is there's a difference between a law being put in place as a punishment for crime than a law being put in place as a deterrent
Okay.
for a crime, if this makes any sense. So there's things that are put in place that deter crime. That's what they're designed to do. They're supposed to stop or slow down the process of certain crimes from happening. And then there's other things that are just punishable. This is the punishment for what you've done. But that thing's going to happen. So stealing a gun out of a pawn shop, for example, walking in and saying, "Hey, can I see this?" and they show it to you, and then you take off running. Anybody can do it at any time. It's probably pretty easy, but there's a punishment attached to it. And so the deterrent is the punishment. Like,
Got you.
you're going to go do a couple years in prison if you go steal a pistol, and you'll never have the pistol anyways. So that's kind of what keeps people from doing it, right? Unless someone thinks they can get away with it, and there you have the combination for criminal.
Got you.
But it's not going to prevent it from happening. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Especially when you have punishment where it's like the punishment of this thing happening is as great as it gets. That doesn't deter it from happening as much.
That's true.
Obviously, it does. I think maybe for the everyday person, some people have to think twice before they do something because of the consequences. But obviously, it doesn't stop the crime. So, yeah, that's all.
Okay, Jeff. So if you were in control
Hmm.
and you had a real reason to be concerned, a real reason. Some people, their kids were there. You know what I mean? So they have a real reason to have concern. And if they were in 100% full control, you're included in this. What would you do?
I would start focusing on what's my position of leadership, countrywide, statewide, countywide. Is that
Whatever you're a person that can make a difference.
okay? So I would
So you
start
can
getting.
choose.
I would start getting with the leaders of local communities, and we would start looking at the social fabric within those communities for the youth to find out what the hell is going on here. Because here's the main reason I would do this. There was a time in America where children had shooting ranges in schools. In schools, this was one of their courses, one of the extracurricular courses in high school was the firing range. America has always been this way, right? During World War II, the kids in high school, they had to like stop these kids from signing up to join the army to go fight. That's guns have always been a part of American culture. And there was a time in schools, like even into the 60s, where they had guns in schools and they were shooting. And this wasn't a problem. It happened. Kids are going to shoot. People are going to shoot each other. This is something that you can't change. But it wasn't in this way. And so what happened? right? We would start with social fabric. What's going on in these communities? And then I would have the leaders pay very close attention to what's happening with the youth and overall, and what are some of the issues that can be, and then start maybe engaging more with them on a personal level in the bigger areas with the bigger schools. You know what I mean? Um, to kind of just get a better feel for it. It feels like school is kind of just like a meat grinder. You know what I mean? Where you just go do this and then leave, and that's where I would start. That's where.
What about when people say, "Oh, it's the video games"? That's there's no real thought. It's just like a video game.
That's bogus. It's not the video games.
You can't just say you can't say that and stop. You can't say that and stop.
Okay, well, if it was the video games, then why aren't people playing ping pong every day, all the time?
But they are. But they are.
Yeah, sometimes. Nobody plays ping pong anymore.
It's rap music. It's rap music.
Okay.
And video games.
All right, there's Mortal Kombat where I can get a character, right? I can get my character to pull your character's spine out of its body.
Yes.
How come kids aren't pulling spines out of bodies?
It's not that easy. That's why.
You can try. Why aren't they even trying?
They probably are. It's rap music.
Okay.
And it's video games. And it's social media.
Okay. So I would say it would be more rap music than it would be video games.
Why?
There's just no correlation between video games. Now, it's not to say that there's not been a couple of kids that have been influenced by video games enough to go do the thing in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't find that to be real.
No, it is real. They're watching video games and doing exactly like they did in the game.
It won't work though. That doesn't work.
Maybe not. Maybe they don't. It's not as successful. They don't get as many points. They don't get to the next level. But they're going in, looking at this person, shooting at them, looking at another person while there's blood over there, shooting them. Right. And very similarly in the music, I went in there, pow, pow, shot this guy, pow, shot that other guy. And listen, I actually agree, brother. There is a lot of stuff going on in rap music. There's a lot of stuff going on in the video games, a lot of stuff going on in movies. There's a lot of stuff going on everywhere that it's possible to desensitize yourself for something that seems like never. I would never do that.
Yeah.
There's people who each sphincter. They choose sphincter muscles because of what's being said in rap music. There's people who engage in sexual activity exactly this way they see it on pornographic material.
Yeah.
So I know that there is very much a correlation with what we see, brother. There has to be. You know that. There has to be.
Well, I would say maybe some desensitization, I suppose. The problem I have with the video game idea is we've had violent movies out far much longer than video games. You know what I mean? And this has been a problem. Like before video games showed up, we've had violence among the youth, right? In the 80s was a super violent time in America, and video games were like arcade games that consisted of like, fairies and mushrooms and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Real shooting games. Like now there's like shooters and stuff. But I do understand the influence. I do understand that because I'm sure games like the first person shooter war games probably influenced a lot of young people to grow up and join the military. Right?
Yes, sir.
They're military based games and they're very fun. And then the music, these are influential things. I agree with that. You're influenced by this stuff. It's, you know what I mean? But
okay.
Yeah.
So we're about 45 minutes in, and I haven't put up a solution, and I have one. And I'm just this guy with rope hair. Yeah. I'm saying, what is
Rope hair.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Yeah.
But it's really simple. No one wants to hear it though, Jeff. I'm gonna say it and no one wants to hear it. What I have to say.
We're here to listen, bro. What you got?
All right, bet. The solution would be parenting.
Hmm.
Right? Just good old natural, old fashioned, hearty, loving, responsible parenting, Jeff. That's it. That's it.
I agree with that. How would you get that to happen?
Oh, I can't get it to happen, Jeff. Sola, I can't get it to happen. But what I can do is say, I have a set of kids, brother. There's two of them. I have a pair. I'm going to make sure that they don't go to school. Because I know they don't have to. I'm going to make sure that they learn at home. They call it homeschooling. So make sure that they get educated at home. You know what that's going to cause, though, Jeff? It's going to cause one income. And hey, maybe that's okay, Jeff, because it used to be okay. It used to be just fine.
It used to work. Yeah.
And with that type of parenting, my children won't accidentally find a way to be so upset at other people or at the world or at the times that they will say, all right, I'm going to take matters into my own hand. And this is how the world looks to me. I'm going to destroy it as much as I could possibly, achieve. Just good old-fashioned morals and time and explanation. And here, let me take you over there. Let me take you over here. Let me show you some history. Just the stuff that takes time, Jeff. Not just, oh, we're all watching the same show together. No, we're not all just watching the same show together, brother. We're not just seeing the kids for a full day once a week. No. We're not just picking them up from school and asking them how was their day. Because their day wasn't good. If your kids are at a school where there's other kids and all those kids are influenced by other kids, they didn't have a good Jeff. They didn't have a good day.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Because that's who they're dealing with every day. But if they're dealing with their parents on a day-to-day basis, for most of their life, and their parents are responsible because they decided they want to have children. Listen, Jeff, the parents of the young man that did that, they're sorry. They're saying that they're sorry and they wish that their son didn't do that. But they knew their son was capable of that, brother. You live with him.
You made that kid.
You made that kid. He shot his grandmother. One of your parents, he shot.
Well,
listen to me, brother. People don't start like that.
No.
People, they don't start like that. You got to have this great, good, solid foundation. I was talking to a young lady today, and she was saying something about how her dad would work. He was working overseas, and we'll just say working away from home, and that's what he felt was needed. Maybe so, brother. But I don't know if his daughter felt like that. So maybe
Yeah.
we don't. Maybe we don't need so much money, Jeff. Maybe we don't need a. I talked to you about this about having Gatorade for our children every time they're thirsty. They just there's Gatorade. Maybe we don't need that.
Maybe like some water's good.
Maybe water's all right, brother. You know what I'm saying
Water's-
maybe you shouldn't be able to make s'mores out of any time you want. Maybe, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
you shouldn't
I
be
get
able
it.
to put together Hershey's and graham crackers and marshmallows. Maybe you shouldn't be able to have all the ingredients, that kind of stuff. And that should be okay.
Should be good. Yeah.
Hey, no, brother, maybe if you have two kids, maybe they don't each need a bike and a skateboard. And each. Maybe, brother. Maybe. That way one of y'all can stay home. Preferably the mother will stay home and nurture these children and bring them up.
Yeah.
The way that the father says, hey, this needs to be, and then the father comes in and checks in on the work. Let me check in on the progress.
Yeah.
That would change everything, brother. You can
for
have
sure,
guns
yeah.
or not have guns. It doesn't even matter. Have guns, don't have guns. I don't care if somebody says they don't want a gun, it's fine. Don't have a gun. If somebody says I'm gonna have a gun, man, it's fine. That's not a debate, Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't. To me, that's not really even an argument, brother. It's like, so what, man? It's like talking about the tennis shoes versus boots. Yeah.
Well,
you know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
because I think everybody should have a pair of tennis shoes.
Agreed. I think everybody should also have a pair of boots.
Well,
So
everybody doesn't want boots.
everybody doesn't want tennis shoes.
So it's really like that, right? Whatever you want, just
doesn't matter, brother. Yeah. The real problem, this is what I was getting at earlier, is the social fabric of our country is in shambles, man. And I think what you're saying is correct, brother. The primary reason is because of the connection that we have with our families.
that's right.
The dynamic of family life in America has suffered incredibly.
Yes, sir.
I mean, divorce rates are out the roof, and they have been my whole life. My whole life, divorce rates have been getting higher and higher and higher. It's gotten so bad that the majority of the people you talk to can tell you some terrible thing that happened to them within their family life.
Yeah.
Either their mom wasn't there for them, or their father wasn't there for them, or something like that. Very rarely do you actually come across someone that was raised in a wholesome, healthy family home environment. And that's a problem. And then the way we deal with one another in this country,
Yeah.
social level, is trash. We deal with each other like garbage, guys. We treat each other like trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Companies make the cost of things get higher for no reason sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's rude. Nobody gives a damn about each other anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's trash, man. It's trash. The social fabric of this country is decayed in a big way.
Yeah. Comes from parenting, all right?
Yeah, and and that's why it's like, well, it doesn't matter if there's guns here or not, because all this is going to do is keep getting worse, whether there's guns or not.
Yeah.
All you have to do is, what are you're gonna continue to regulate us into civility because we keep treating each other like trash, worse and worse. So just more regulation to make us be nice? That's not going to help. That's how wars end up starting. But yeah, I agree with you, brother. I think starting with the home, that's a big deal, man.
And that's where it's at, Jeff.
Yeah, when we had family lives, children growing up with their mother and fathers, and when dad went and made enough money selling cars to provide for the whole family.
No, that's exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
But where are the parents getting influence from? Because they need to get influenced to change.
Yeah.
If there's no influence to change, then why would they do it? That's
Yeah.
how most of us do whatever we want. Whatever we end up doing is because we thought that's what we were supposed to be doing. We're
Yeah,
influenced
yeah,
into that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When a man gets on his knees to ask a woman to marry her, he
Mhm.
doesn't know that he's not supposed to do that. He doesn't know he's not a knight.
He's not. And she'll still say yes if he doesn't. Get off your knees, loser. Jesus, man. Yeah, brother. But it's like whatever club they're a part of, that's who influences them. That's how I look at it. When I talk to people, they're like in clubs, and their club membership is that tells you how they think. And it's all the same, brother. I just need to know what club you're in, and I'll tell you how you feel about this and that.
But both of those don't work. Those clubs, they suck.
They suck. Yeah.
And it doesn't work. The things that both sides are saying, one is way off.
Oh yeah, they're tripping.
Oh man. One is so off that it is actually comedy, brother. It is.
Yeah.
Nah,
Which one is that? Which one is that?
Oh, remember you were talking about clubs? Yeah, the other one.
The other club?
Right.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yep, that one.
All right.
And then the first one, not the other one, but the first one, because it was the first club.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was the second club actually, but it's because it treated like it's the first club now, but it was the second club.
Gotcha.
The second club is they're off too, right? They're off, but it's not as funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not as funny. It's hidden. It's like they have the right idea, but they're really not serious about it. Like,
Right,
yeah. Like this is how it should be, and it should be like this, and that's true, but they're not really like.
Yeah, there's more to how that's going to work for them than they're admitting.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, well, you're so cool with that, but it's kind of strange that you're so cool with that idea.
Exactly.
What are you up to, man?
Right. So that's not so funny.
Yeah.
But they're both wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Simply dig back down into what your great-grandparents were thinking. Just go back. Maybe, I don't know, brother, maybe 6 generations. When there were more pure people. There were more of them. Now, golly, man. But back then, let's go back to the 20s, brother. Right before the 20s. How about that? When life got pretty hard in the 20s. Right before the 20s, brother.
It was pretty cool, man.
1904, maybe, Jeff?
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, brother. I think, it wasn't so bad, man. Can I say this real quick?
Yes, sir.
Here's the deal, man. We've gotten hyper progressive, right?
Yes,
because when
absolutely.
when you say to look back and like the good old times, right? Typically, I've heard the rebuttal to this. It's like, well, what about progression? We're a progressive country, and it's like, yeah, we are, and we're not saying that we're against progress. Progress is great. A lot's changed since 1904. These are good things, but the things that have changed that are actually good, it took some time, man. The reason they took time is because we needed to figure out what was all involved. Right? This was kind of the argument about apartheid in South Africa during the 60s and 70s. This was the big argument about apartheid. Is on a surface, you would look at apartheid and say, well, this is abhorrently racist. And it's so obviously racist that if you don't like it or if you think it's decent, you're a racist. That's how people look at it, and that's how it's seen today. But then when you look at some of the reasons why apartheid was the way it was, it's like from an economic standpoint, somebody had to think about this. Somebody had to take into account that if we just allow this group of people who has been subjected all these years and just give them their own land and let them do whatever they won't know what to do. They won't know how to build infrastructure, industry. They don't know how to do any of this. So we have to let them do it for us for a while until they learn, and then they can go do it for themselves. That was the idea. And that's the point I'm making is I'm up for progress, but this hyper progress where it's like, hurry up and make all these changes so that we can be comfortable. You don't know what the repercussions are. Now we've got this discussion about children getting to decide their own sexual orientation because of this hyper progress. Now look at us. Now we don't even know what the parameters of some of this stuff is on society, and we're continuously pushing it to go even further. And now look.
Well, sexual orientation should be chosen by the children, right? That's saying whether I like boys or girls or big booties. Right?
I guess, yeah, maybe I meant like how they
With the
decide
gender, right?
with the gender, yeah,
Gotcha.
whether they're boys or girls.
Because
But-
I remember choosing to like girls with
Yeah,
big butts.
yeah, I was a butt man before I was a boob man. That's because butts develop before breasts develop. So
Yeah, that's true. I was just thinking back. I just thought that some girls.
by the time breasts develop, you're already a fan of the butt. So
Okay, I got you.
it's just a cool side piece, whereas the butt's the primary. So
Got you. Okay. So we have work to do. Listen, your kids don't have to go to public school. They don't have to. They don't have to go to
Mhm.
private school. They don't have to. Then we think about the grocery store, and I think about the people that lost their lives in that grocery store. I know what would have saved them. That was a Saturday, the 7th day of the week.
mm,
If they would have said, you know what, the Bible says I shouldn't do any work, I shouldn't buy or sell on the 7th day. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm not going to go to the store. That would have saved every soul in there, Jeff.
mhm.
That day. Maybe
Yeah.
not the next day, but
That day, yeah.
that day for sure. And then if you're honoring that day, remember to keep the Sabbath or the Lord's Day, a holy day. Hey man, you wouldn't be surprised if he just went ahead and just kept you safe all the other days. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Well,
And so on and so forth. But what I'm trying to say is that the solution is very simple. It's just we don't want to. We'd rather not. Nah, I can't because my kids they're in the school and we told ourselves we're gonna move again because we don't want to keep taking them out of school. No, listen, I get it. Not everybody wants tennis shoes. No, it's not that. It's just we're just so busy and he's really good in school and we're just gonna.
yeah. I agree.
Well,
Brother.
no, you just don't understand. I'm the only parent. It's just me and I have 3 kids and you just don't understand. You're actually right. I don't understand. Yeah, well, what would you do? If you're the only person that's working and there's this and that. But I'll tell you what I would do. And this is gonna piss people off, Jeff, and I already know it will. I'm gonna say it doesn't mean I'm any better or any smarter than you. Doesn't mean any of those things. Just decisions. That's it. I plan my children.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
I planned them.
Mm-hmm.
That way, the mother is not, oh, well, you don't understand. I'm a single mother.
Yeah.
And that should get under some people's skin. It should, man. That should make you upset. It should.
Yeah, that's why a solution, when you hear a simple solution, it's like, yeah, the reality is you've done some things that you shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. There's this eye right to the upper left of me. and it tells me if there's viewers or not, right, or how many.
Oh yeah, what is there? 737.
Close, brother. Like, man,
Close?
you can see it too.
Nah, I was just guessing, man. What is it?
Well, when I was talking about that stuff for a little while, there was viewers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really close.
Yeah.
Now it's 0. I want to hear that bull crap.
Oh, so we're just talking to you and me?
It's just you and I.
All right. Cool with that.
But you know, I was thinking about it when we first started today. We just got on.
Yeah.
And I remember the reason why we even started doing this, right? You and I would have these conversations. We would have them. And we said, brother, we should record these. Remember?
Yeah.
And then we should share, man, you know what? We should share this stuff with people.
Yeah.
And so if it's just you and I, brother, man.
Brother, we would be doing this without all this stuff.
Absolutely.
And it's also a reason why we don't have a lot of friends, I suppose.
Yeah. Hey, let it be recorded then while we're still on, you and I, Jeff. Let it be recorded that we never lied to you. We never lied to you, and we never led you astray. It's just not easy to swallow. That's all. That's all it is. Can't say it's too hard or too difficult. It's pretty simple stuff. And we went through a lot of different scenarios. Jeff even has some great ideas. Jeff, I actually like your ideas, brother. Great ideas.
Appreciate that.
I do. And you're a thinker, and those kind of things you would see some change for sure. But I know that we all lack love. The reason why a person can kill another person is because he has no love in his heart for people or himself.
Yeah.
I'm saying just recklessly. I'm not talking about, oh, there's a reason that you got to defend yourself. I'm talking about just recklessly, like that person is void of love, and this world is getting more and more void of love. And who's the first person that shows love to a brand new person?
Parents, man.
Parents.
Yeah, and if interestingly enough, the less and less love we have in the world, it's the children that suffer every time.
Every time.
Not just from the violence, but across the board, man.
All these things.
When there's no love, the children suffer, thus creating the next generation of even less love.
Oh man.